I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Tuesdays are my request evening. Thursdays the stories I like to bring to you. Please don't cut off. I know it's live. I know you want to stop watching. Please don't. Because once I start the story, I don't stop. So I just wait for a couple of the guys to come in and then I start the story. But it does get uploaded onto my pre-recorded videos at the weekend if you want to hang on till then. Or I'm on TikTok, which is Jess Rose 5472, I believe. Or you could join my Patreon, patreon.com/JessRose5472. I don't know why I did it with two hands then. So I'm just going to have a quick chat with the guys in the live and then I'll start. Hey, Warwick, sis, how we doing? How are we? You're not getting kicked out tonight, sis? Are you in? Are you in? I don't know what's happening here. There's a lot going on. Here. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I think Phil said he may join us later. He didn't say what he was doing. I don't think he's out with his brother. He just says he might be able to pop in later. So it could just be the three of us. Could just be. You just don't know. I'm waiting to be booted, but prepared tonight. Okay, good. She's ready. She's ready. Ah, what we doing the weekend then, guys? God, Tuesdays are where you have to tell me. I don't know why. I'm messing with tables. I'm messing with my tables. Tuesdays are when you have to tell me what you do in the week, how your weekend was. And Thursdays are what you tell me. I can't speak. That's not good, is it? That's not good for the evening. And Thursdays are when I ask you what you're doing. That's what I meant to say. I'll be planning when I know the weather. It's going to be pants. It's going to be pants. Just like it has been all week. Oh, it's just doing my head in. And any time there's a slight bit of sun, the wind comes. The wind comes and just makes it freezing. It's doing my head in, honestly. I just can't wait to go away now. But I would have liked a bit of sun before we go, so I don't end up all burned. Hey, Jilly, how are you? We're just discussing the pants weather at the minute. It's just awful. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying not to let my fringe get wet. That's what I'm trying to do. It's so attractive. I've got to explain what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. I'm attempting not to have it go wet from my forehead. It's just terrible, isn't it? And I managed to use this one because my other one's charging. Good, because Fantasy Island. Oh, no, really? Oh, well, maybe it might be okay. I suppose as long as it's not raining. Nothing worse than being in a fair when it's raining. Because there's no protection, is there, on them roads. And you get a lot wetter than you would just walking in it. Because that's speed, isn't it? Oh, that would be a shame. Thought you liked a wet fringe. I don't know what that could be. I don't know what... Oh, I can't even think of the word now. I don't know what that could be a double entendre for. I don't think I pronounced that right either, did I? I don't know what that could be for. I don't know what that could... Innuendo, that's it. Yes. Yes. That's what I was trying to think of. Probably replace it. I mean, see, don't start. It's too early on in the evening. I'm not prepared. I'm not quick enough. I'm really not at the minute. It's just terrible. Innuendo, that's what I mean. No, but I don't like a wet fringe. I really don't. And it just sticks to my forehead. It's just really bad. I'm just keeping it on here until it... Oh, please don't... Oh, I thought the batteries had gone then. I thought, please don't do that. Please don't. Is this one loud? Can you hear this one on camera? If I put it under there. Hold on. If I put that under there, can you hear it? Oh, guess what? Guess what, guys? I had a comment from Tuesday's story. You're bald though, ain't you? Why? 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 It's not batteries. I did read it out loud. I didn't know not to. It's a charger. Hasn't got batteries. It's a charger. Anyway, you're an idiot, you are. Anyway, what was I going to say? Now it's completely threw me off. It's too early. My poor arm. I didn't know what to do with myself. Okay. Anyway, guess what is what I was trying to say. You know the story I did Tuesday? Well, I had a comment. Nothing out of the ordinary comment, but there was still a comment, not from you guys. I think it's my first one on my live. I know that might not mean it, but I was buzzing. But Phil did say, even though I'm starting, I know, Warwick. I know. I don't know what happened. We like new people. No, I know. I don't know if she's going to join us, though. I don't know if she's going to join us. But she commented. No, not while the live was running. After. And no one comments after. And there it was. Like a halo over her little comment. Couldn't believe it. Because I think I've said, I don't know if I'd mentioned on here before, but 100% of my new subscribers that I ever get are never from my live. They're always after watching. They're always from the pre-recorded. I don't get any new subscribers from the lives. Oh, I know. I was buzzing. I was like, oh. I tell you what, though. Phil did say, normally it's Warwick. Fresh face. Stop it. Leave her alone if she comes in. Just say hi. Just be like normal people. And just say, hello, how are you? Like you're going to shake her hand. Just be normal. Oh, stop it. Look, he's getting all excited in case someone else joins in. Just stop it. Unless it's... No, not let you play. No, you're not allowed to. You're not... I can't let you loose on anyone. It's such a shame. It took Jessica 6 months to get used to yours. She took her... Ariane never got there. Jessica's just about got there. Kelly's only just come back. Just stop it. Just be nice. It's just terrible. Just, wow, it seems like we did have a busy night the other night, which I was buzzing with. Seems like we're going to have a quieter one tonight, which I'm just as happy with. That's fine by me. I don't know if you know this story. Awful, as are they all. But yeah, I was so happy to see a comment. I keep trying to say it and I keep moving on. Phil, it's normally Warwick, but Phil put a comment up the other day and it got bumped. And it was a complete shock to him because Warwick's used to it, I'm used to it, but Phil's never had it happen before. And I thought, I know, get her on, where is she? But I thought, because Warwick had put a comment, Tiffany, you still haven't from the other night. Then Jessica put one up. And Phil hadn't. I thought, well, that's quite unusual. He normally does. But I thought, well, you know, he always does. I can't say anything. And then he said he had put one up and it had been taken down. So Phil got the wrath of YouTube the other day. And he was like, he's a bit different, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah, it really is. We've been saying it. We don't know. I keep wondering, is it our little channel? I just find it really hard to believe that it could be. Because we're so tiny, how could we be on the radar? But something's going on, guys. Especially with my hair. Don't know what's happening here. But yeah, it's something's going on. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Leave our little channel alone. Maybe it's because you keep picking on any new people that come in. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start. I don't know if the mother might be popping in later. She might. But I don't know. Check out the elbow. Did I say... Oh, yeah, blame the siren. Oh, blame... No, actually, no, Warwick. No. Let's call a... Did you? I haven't seen your comment. Did it go up? Because Phil was saying his didn't. I haven't seen a comment from you, sis. Unless you did it. When did I screen record? Yesterday. I did it yesterday. So I don't know. If it was after that, then I haven't seen it. But if it was before then, it's not on there. What's going to say now? Oh, bugger. What was going to... Oh, it's right there as well. Was it in relation to a comment? I blame the siren. I didn't see it come up, but I didn't wait to see. Oh, well, it's not there then. Yeah, it's blocking all my comments. And I don't know why. My poor little channel that just minds its business in the corner. Leave me alone. Leave us in our little bubble. We're quite happy. Except when people want to join. It's just terrible, isn't it? It's just... Right, okay, I'm going to start. I'll tell you why I'm going to start. So, oh, that's what I was trying to tell you. I went to the doctor's yesterday. Yeah, nothing. Got to wait for the injection. Anyway, that's what I was going to say to you. Yeah, we don't. You don't take new people well. I know this. So there was that I was telling you, and says you should get more likes. I agree with that, Warwick. Do you know, I saw today there's a channel where he's got something like 3,000 subscribers, so obviously more than me, but his stories get sort of an average of about 300 views. Now, mine, where they've hit 1,000 or something, my lives don't tend to, but my pre-recordeds do. When they hit those numbers, I still get like 4 likes. And he's got 24 likes for 300 views, and he's got like 24 likes. But mine, I got 5 for over 1,000 views. What's that? What's that mean? So I don't know. But I tell you what, I am still refusing, and I will not change it. I'm not using grape. I'm not using it. I'm not doing it. I'm not using grape. I'm not using unalive. I'm not using self-delete. I'm not using any of the above. I'm just not doing it. So if they don't like it and I don't get the likes, then fine. I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm a grown woman. They're adult stories. So I'm not doing it. And that's all there is to it. So yeah. Look at me rebelling. YouTube, if ever they come across this, they're going to be like, who are you? And why are you addressing us? Okay, right, okay. Oh, thanks, guys. It's just ridiculous, though, that I'm like, yeah, YouTube, this is what I'm saying. And they're like, oh, go away. We have no idea who you are. Okay, right, I'm going to start anyway because we're 15 minutes in, and I charge my phone, but my phone's running down quicker. You know when you get to 900? Is that what you've got, Warwick? Well done. You're nearly there. Show me the comment. Show us the comment, and we'll get you up to 1,000. Chat with us. Yeah, where are they? Speak. Show yourself. They're like, absolutely not. No chance. I am not revealing who I am. Show yourself out there. Say hi. Oh, come on. Come on. This is terrible. This is why we don't get viewers, guys. This is why. This is why they're just scared. Between you guys and my jingle, they're not going to stick around. That's all there is to it. They're just going to start dropping off. But anyway, let's begin. Okay. Well, the other night when I started, people just started jumping in. So let's go. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to start my second intro now. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's True Crime with Jess Rose. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Tuesdays, I do like my own comments. Well, not my own comments. I like my own videos. Do you know why? I want to see if it stays up. And then when it does, I just leave it there. So yes, I do like my video. I'm such a loser. Okay, anyway. I do it on the TikTok too. Okay, alright, okay, let's start again, let's go. And start with the good. Hey Jessica, how are we? You've caught us just in time. I'm just about to start. Oh dear, I'm getting mocked for liking my own videos. Because he knows I like my own comments. He knows that. Well, not my own comments. I don't like my own comments. I like my own videos. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway. It just gets it up a little bit, doesn't it? Right. Okay. Seriously, let's go. Okay. Woo. Okay. I know, I'm going to stop now. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's True Crime with Jess Rose. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Tuesdays are my request evening. Thursdays are stories I like to bring to you. I'm also over on TikTok, which is JessRose5472, or you could join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/JessRose5472. Or you could subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Or you could just watch. And now that we've got all that out of the way, and just watching I appreciate just as much, we'll start the story. So, this is titled, on her 4th birthday, The Devastating Shayna Bryant Story. Okay, so we have Shayna Bryant, born on the 28th of March, 1990. And she was born in the Bronx, New York, so it's an American story. Now, if I tell you a little bit about her parents, her mum, Shayna Bryant, her dad, Orlando Bryant. Now, when Shayna was born, she was the 3rd child of eventually 5, what would be a family. It'd be a family of 7, but out of 5 kids. She's the middle child, okay? But before we get that far, let me tell you a little bit about her parents. Now, Shayna and Orlando, it is the 90s, very early 90s, like I say, 1990. And we know that in the 80s, especially in New York and the Bronx, and there was the crack epidemic going rife around there. Now, her parents weren't immune from that either. And they were both addicted to drugs, okay? Now, Shayna's 2 older siblings were taken into foster care before 1988 for abuse within the family. Now, this was 2 years before Shayna was born, but they were returned to Orlando and Shayna, okay? Now, Orlando had also been in prison for drug dealing. Okay. Now, even though the two kids were returned, Orlando and Shireen continued to use drugs. All right. Now, even after getting pregnant with their third child, which would be Shayna, okay, it didn't curb the drug taking one iota. She just carried on, okay. And little Shayna was born addicted to cocaine. That was her drug of choice. And little Shayna was born addicted to it. I can't imagine this poor little baby being born not only addicted to something like that, but then having to go through a withdrawal of that as a newborn. Are just awful. So child services become involved again, okay? And in April 1990, when she's only 3 months old, okay, she was removed from her so-called parents. Let's just say her so-called parents, okay? And she was put with a foster family in Brooklyn, all right? Now, the foster parent that she was put with was a single mother to 5 kids. Now, these kids, some of them were older teenagers. You know, they were obviously older than Shayna, of course they were. And her name was Miriam Ortiz, okay? Now, Shayna was her first foster child. I believe Shayna was her last as well, unfortunately. But they loved her. They absolutely loved her. Miriam and her kids just loved this little baby that had entered their family. Now, Shayna did have a rough time in her first few months, as you could expect, okay? From the withdrawal to the cocaine, she'd be restless, obviously struggling to sleep. She also had allergies to certain foods, so her foster mom, Miriam, would have to be very careful. When she'd give her anything, she'd have to make sure that, you know, she didn't come out in rashes and things like that. And through love and care, Shayna was brought successfully through that difficult time. And she became a loving and a happy little toddler and little girl. She really did. You know, there's not many photos I've seen of her, but the ones I have, she's adorable. She really is. And she does look happy, and she's got this, just this beautiful smile. She became part of their family. She was loved by the foster siblings as well as their mum, Miriam. You know, she just became part of their family. She wasn't seen as any different. You know, she'd been with them from when she was 3 months old. So this was really all she knew. This was her family. She had this big, beautiful smile, as I've said, gorgeous big brown eyes. And what she'd do, and it says it would show how much she was loved by the family, because when she would see other little kids, she'd kind of toddle over to them and she'd give them a hug and she'd give them a kiss on the cheek, because that's what she was used to. And it said she was just such a happy little girl. She really was. So she got through them rough first few months and she just thrived. She really did. Now, they had a little nickname for her called I'm not very good at pronouncing Spanish, so I'm not going to try to. It's spelled Polo, okay, or Polo. And I know it's pronounced with like an accent, which I wouldn't even dare to do. But it's Spanish for chicken anyway, and that's what they used to call her. It's just a cute little nickname. But we come to June of 1991, okay? And at this point, little Shayna's 14 months old. And as we know, if you've got children, been around children, know anything about children, between sort of the 6 to 9 months, all the way around to 18 months, 2 years, they're very clingy. They're really clingy. It's about the time you can't get babysitters, really, because they're just screaming bloody murder for you. It's just a real, I don't know what it is at that time in their lives, but they don't want to be separated from their parental figures, basically. But Miriam had tried to adopt Shayna. She had actually started that process. But Orlando, Daddy Dearest, well, yeah, he wouldn't allow it. He wouldn't allow that to go ahead. He wanted her back, and so did her mum. Shireen wanted her back too. And I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking, well, maybe they're off the drugs. Maybe they've gone straight. They've gone on to have another child after Shayna. They've got their older two back. Maybe, the leopard's changed his spots. It's not that kind of channel, as we know, but, just from this point in the story, maybe we could believe that. So child services, in all their wisdom, come flowing in, because I started checking a bit of the history of child services and the foster system and everything else, and it was showing that it had come about in the I believe it was the 20s and 30s, even into the 40s, where orphan children and children who were just discarded by their parents were put into sort of an orphanage, and they were just, even though it said they were cared for, but they were cared for as a group. And the governments of the West decided, well, I don't know about worldwide, but I'm just talking about the West. They decided that actually that's not good for children to all be just put in one place where they're not getting that one-to-one care. They're not thriving in these orphanages, and hence where the foster system come into play. But then with the foster system, they started to notice that there was foster carers who were just giving these kids back. And then they went through this big change again, come the 70s into the 80s, where they were actually, no, the best place for these kids is with the parents. We've took them off because they're drug addicts or they're beating them or whatever reason. No. What we feel is that give them back to the parents. Let's do that. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. When I was researching some of these, I think it was yesterday, it was like, what is going on? Anyway, I've gone off on a little rant there, but like I say, she tried to adopt. Miriam had tried to adopt little Shayna, and Orlando had said no, and child services in their infinite wisdom decided yes, she needs to go back with her biological parents, who she doesn't know. She's never been around them. There wasn't even, as far as I've seen, there wasn't even any supervised visits where she'd just go and meet them. It was just like, there you go, you're going back. These are your mum and dad. Get on with it. The siblings that you believed were your brothers and sisters, no, these are actually your brothers and sisters. Crack on, and we'll see you in a few months. It's kind of what was done. Now, like I say, these were strangers to her, but her older and her younger sibling, she does go on to have 2 younger siblings eventually, quite in quick succession. But they welcomed her back. They did, because like I say, she was an adorable little girl, very happy little girl. She was smaller than them, but she really was. They doted on her own biological siblings. And neighbours would say they'd see the kids in the hallway of the apartment buildings running around playing tag. And what they'd say about Shayna, they just says the same thing I've read everywhere, is that she was just a very, very happy little girl. Okay. Now, Child Services believed they'd done a great job. They believed it was a success. This is what they called a success, you see. When they'd give kids back to their biological parents, they'd tick that off as a success. Not the outcome, just the fact they've handed them back. Very successful, apparently. So they believe they've done a great job reuniting the family all together. But as I've just mentioned, it's not that channel. And I think we know that's not the way this is going to go. So we get to December 1993, and little Shayna's 3 years old now. And the last visit from Child Services was done then. That was the last visit. And they just put the family down as normal. Unextraordinary. That's not the right word. But normal was used a lot. They're a normal family. And they take the kids to school and they go to church. And, you know, all's good. All's good in the house. And they close the case. Okay. But behind closed doors, things were far, far from normal. Sharon and Orlando, they were still taking drugs. Of course they were. Of course they were. And they were very, very violent to all their children. No, you know, it wasn't just one. It's not a scapegoat kind of scenario. All the kids were beaten. But they did save their special ones for Shayna, though. They did. Now, all these kids are under 8. At this point now, there are 5 children and their age. The youngest is 2 and the eldest is 8. So they're all between those ages, okay? And they faced brutal beatings on a daily basis. This wasn't every now and again when parents lost their temper. This was daily. And it would be anything that parents could get their hands on. And I do say parents because, yes, it was both of them. And if it wasn't a belt, it was a slipper. Any object, it'd be their fists or their feet, even a hanger. Just anything they could get hold of. Just any kind of object. And if nothing was nearby, their hands and feet would do just as well to kick and punch these very small children. Now, the kids themselves, though, before they'd get these beatings, or maybe after, I'm not too sure whether they'd get the beating first or then get given these choices for a further beating. I'm not too sure. But they'd be given a choice. Okay, you ready? They could choose. This is a choice. They could choose to get beaten. Okay, and as I've said, this isn't a smack on the hand or a tap on the bum. This is a beating. Okay, or they could go without food for a day or 2. More than often, it'd be 2 days, but a day or 2. That was their choices. That was the choices they were given. And I just think, how premeditated is that? So you're not doing it in a fit of rage, because you've got time to be calm, to offer those 2 choices out there. You have to be calm to have that conversation. So these aren't a fit of rage beating that these kids are getting. I mean, and how would the conversation go? Right, okay, your choice is you get beaten or I starve you for 2 days. Okay, I choose the beating. And then from that calm kind of, which you would be asking that question, what then you'd get rolled up to beat your child. I don't get it. I've thought of nothing else since I heard about that choice, and it's like, I just don't get that choice. I don't understand. And I don't understand if they said, I'll take the beating. Like, do you just get rolled up again? I just don't understand. Okay. They also enjoyed tying the kids to this plastic chair that was in there, mainly Shayna, for hours upon hours, sometimes the entire night, entire day. You know, they just tied down to this chair by their wrists and their ankles. Okay. So now we get to the 28th of March 1994. Okay. And if you remember Shayna's date of birth, yes, it will be Shayna's 4th birthday. Okay. Now, I know my kids' 4th birthdays, and you know, I think my son did have a little party. My daughter didn't, but I think we took her. I think she went to the safari park. You know, there's always a cake. There's always balloons. You know, it's always a very exciting time. Every birthday is. Well, it got to 7:20 p.m. and a 911 call is made from Orlando. All right. Saying their 4-year-old was having an asthma attack and wasn't responding. Okay. That's what Orlando said. So when first responders arrived and they walk into this quite dingy, not very clean apartment, and they're walking through, they go to the kitchen and they see this little girl, okay, little Shayna, on her birthday, in shorts and a t-shirt, face up on the kitchen table. Okay. Now, even on first glance, the paramedics could see she had bruises and burns all over her. So like I say, she had shorts and a t-shirt on, so on every other bit of skin that was visible to them, she was just covered. Okay. One of the paramedics said it was the worst he'd ever seen. When they were looking around the apartment, they could just see blood on all the walls. It was said there was blood in the kids' bedrooms, on the walls. There was just blood spatter everywhere. Okay. Now, they also noticed while they were there, her 5-year-old older sister. I remember I says Shayna had 2 older siblings, and one of them, there was just a year between them. I think all these kids were very close in age. Well, there's 5 kids in 6 years, isn't there, between the ages of 2 and 8, so they're in steps. And her older 5-year-old sister, they noticed, also had bruises and burns, and her lips were swollen and looked in a really bad way as well. So both little Shayna and her sister, I believe her name's Joy. I've only seen the name once. I'm probably not going to say it again, but that was the name I saw. Both little girls were rushed to the hospital. Okay, but it was too late for Shayna. It was too little, too late, and she died on her 4th birthday, on the day of her actual birthday. And it's just, I mean, did she even know it was her birthday? Did they even say happy birthday? I just don't know. Okay. Now, Orlando, Daddy, he was quickly arrested. Okay. Followed by Shireen quite quickly. You see, When paramedics got there and the authorities got to the apartment, she wasn't there. She'd took the other 3 kids. So she'd left the 2 badly damaged kids back at the apartment. She took the other 3. I believe it would be the eldest and the 2 youngest. And she went round to her friend's house. Authorities caught up with her very quickly, and both of them are arrested. Okay. Now, the autopsy was done on little Shayna. All right. Now, the manner of death, quite obviously, is a homicide. And, there was just a lot of causes of her death. Now, she was malnourished because I'm presuming she chose to go without food rather than getting a beating when she was given these choices. So she was malnourished, and at 4 years old, she was 26 pounds. She wasn't even 2 stone. I mean, my son was that 9 months old. Around about, if I know he was. I did have a big boy, but I'm pretty sure he is that way at 9 months. She had bruises, as they'd spotted when they'd walked into the apartment, but she had bruises all the way down to the bone. How much damage do you have to? How hard do you have to hit to bruise someone to the bone? She had lacerations all over her. She had cigarette burns all over her. She had cigarette burns on her face, her forehead, her mouth, her torso, her arms, her legs. And this is from her mum and her dad. This is from both of them, I believe. How do you burn a child in the mouth with a cigarette? How do you sleep at night when you burn a child on the forehead with a cigarette? How do you do that? She had broken bones. There was burns all over her also, from having hot boiling water. So we know some of these stories, they put them in hot boiling baths, don't they? Well, these didn't even run a bath. They just poured the hot boiling water over her. Yeah. There's blunt force injuries to her head and her body. These injuries, they were old and new. So the injuries that they could see were over older injuries that were on her. So this had been going on for a very long time. There was deep tissue bruises on her wrists and her ankles from being tied to the plastic chair. Bruises on her neck from being choked by her dad. Yuck. All her internal organs had been damaged. They'd even bruised her heart. Even a little heart was bruised. Now, the other kids said they all got beat. All of them. None of them were sort of immune from this life. But not as much as Shayna. It's like they saved their extra sadistic side for Shayna. And Shireen, she'd call her ugly, and she'd say that she hated her. And what it was is she blamed Shayna for the kids being taken away after Shayna was born. I'm sorry. Hold on. So hang on a minute. So during your pregnancy, you chose to keep taking cocaine like it was a sweet, or it's sweeties. And when the hospital spotted that your newborn baby had a dependency on cocaine at birth, they thought, hang on a minute, we better check the other kids. And when they did, quite rightly, they were taken. And that's the blame of your newborn little girl. Well, apparently so. So Shireen believed. Yeah, it was all Shayna's fault. So we got back to the 28th of March of 94, Shayna's birthday. And thanks to the other children, her siblings, we know what happened. And instead of blowing out her candles on her birthday, you know, on a little birthday cake, Shayna, who was starving, she was dehydrated. She snuck a drink of water from the toilet in the bathroom on her birthday. She's drinking out of the toilet. And Orlando apparently was so disgusted by this, so just couldn't believe what he was. Now, I don't know if he was disgusted that she's drinking out the toilet or that she was daring to drink at all because of the fact that this was her punishment, that she shouldn't be drinking at all, or it was the fact she was drinking out the toilet. I'm not too sure what particularly rolled him, but it sent him into an absolute rage. He was livid, okay? And he began beating Shayna in the bathroom. And do you remember I said there was blood in every room in the apartment? I'm not saying it was all Shayna's, because as we know, all the kids got beaten. But it was said that he beat that child in every single room of that apartment. Just over and over again. He just didn't stop. And once they realised, and yes, I did say they, because Mummy was there, you know, she was there, she was watching, you know, Shireen knew what was going on. Quite happy to see it going on. But once they realised she was no longer moving, that's when they picked her up and put her on the kitchen table and called 911, sorry. And they thought that it had been believed that she was having an asthma attack and she'd just become unresponsive. I never understand how they think this will be believed. I don't get it. I don't understand. But that was what they said. That's what the 911 call said. 911 called, sorry. Now, Miriam Ortiz, her foster mother, when she found out, she was devastated. Because I think her and her older children, who, you know, had a real love for little Shayna, I think they knew that this wasn't going to be good. And when she found out, she was devastated. They all were. And she just said she's now one of God's angels. And she says, I want everyone to know she had a mother besides her birth mother. So that was Miriam who said that, okay? Now, Orlando and Shireen were charged with second-degree murder. I don't know why it was second-degree. I don't know if it was because they couldn't prove premeditation. Well, when you're beating a child to death, what do you think's going to happen? Might die, maybe. Or whether it was because they couldn't pinpoint which parent had done it, even though Orlando actually says he admits that he beats the kids. He admitted that. Now, Shireen, not so much. No, she didn't admit it. No. Let me just say again, they were charged with second-degree murder, assault, and endangering the welfare of a minor. Right. Now, I don't know if that was for Shayna or if that was for her sister. Okay. Because don't forget, her sister was taken to the hospital in a really bad way. Now, I mentioned at the beginning, I don't think it was a scapegoating issue, you know, where it only focuses on one child. Although the real hatred did seem to be for Shayna herself. Although all the kids were terribly abused. All of them were. Okay? Now, the remaining 4 kids were placed in foster care. Again. Now, that's all I know of the other 4 children. All I can hope. Don't forget, this is 1994. It's 31 years ago. All I can hope is that they went on to have... I mean, it was 31 years ago and the eldest was 8. The eldest would only be 39 now. All I can hope is that they eventually went on to have nice, loving lives and loving people in their lives. But I don't know. Okay? Now, we got to the 22nd of April 1996. Okay, so it's 2 years later. And the trial begins for these 2 cretins. Alright? Now, Shireen, as I've said, she blames Orlando. She does. Her defence basically says that she was beaten too. She was abused too. There was nothing she could do. She was a victim too. Yes, she was. She was a victim too. Wow. Orlando obviously fought this, but 3 of their children actually testified in the trial, which was so brave. So brave. Now, like I say, 3 of the kids testified, proving Shireen was just as guilty, if not more guilty, of these beatings of Shayna. Okay? Now, there was a 10-minute tape played at the trial for the jury. And what it was the police, when they came into the apartment, and so the jury could see, it's quite dismal, quite grimy apartment, and, you know, on this recording you could see the blood splatter in every room of the apartment. And then as the police are walking through into the kitchen, also on the recording is little Shayna on the kitchen table. Must have been horrific for them. And in the courtroom at the time, Miriam was there and she was sobbing. There was people in the courtroom sobbing. I think the jury got quite upset. But Shireen, Mum, I actually saw her. She's like this. She's literally like this in a picture, holding her head up. Zero emotion. Zero. None. Nothing. Couldn't care less. As she's looking at a picture. Not just the video, but then there was photos of little Shayna and all her injuries shown to the jury, shown to the courtroom. Nothing. No remorse, no emotion, nothing. Couldn't care less. Looks bored. She actually looks bored at the proceedings. Now, they're both quite rightly found guilty. Okay. Now, it's an American story, and normally, at the end of one of these stories, if it's an American story, I would be saying to you now, they got life, no parole, never see the light of day again. They even got the death penalty. Unfortunately, in this story, no, I can't tell you that. I'm genuinely quite disappointed. Okay. Now, Orlando, the sentences were brought in for Orlando on the 10th of June 96 and for Shireen on the 13th of June 96, I believe. Orlando was given 18 years. Now, I've looked everywhere, and if he's been released, he's kept his head down. And I can only presume he has been released. Because Shireen actually got more. She got 25 years. She did. But now, she would have been out now. If she'd have done her full 25 years, she'd have still been out now. But she didn't even do that. She was released in 2012. She'd done 16 years. 16 years. That's all she got. That's all she did. It's just so disappointing. I mean, let's face it, if this was a UK story, they'd have probably got 2.5 years and got off, you know, after a year with good behaviour, let's face it. But it was just, I just found it quite disappointing. Now, the judge, when she was handing down the sentence to Shireen, she actually said it should come as no surprise you remain unmoved by these photos of Shayna. You were merely viewing your own artwork and that of your husband. Shayna's small body became your canvas, and your cigarettes, curling iron, hands and belts were your etching instruments. And that was the judge who said that. So like I say, even the picture I seen, she looked bored, but she must have been like that throughout the whole trial, which obviously wasn't lost on the judge. And the fact that curling iron, there was a curling iron used. I can't, just the things that were being used on these children is just, I still can't get my head around, even though I've now told you, and, you know, even while I was researching it, but now I've voiced it, I still struggle to get my head around burning a child with a cigarette in the mouth and forehead, just everywhere. It's just utterly awful. And like I say, all I can hope is that her siblings went on and found love from some sort of caregiver. Now, Shayna herself, she would have been, I think I've written down, she would have been 35 this year. It's just utterly heartbreaking. You know, Miriam and her kids, who opened their home and their hearts to little Shayna. You know, I hope they're okay. It's just an utterly heartbreaking case, and it's child services again. You know, if I'm not doing stories where they're not taking the kids out in time, they're taking them out and they're giving them back. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand what they're seeing that gives them these impressions that everything's okay. I mean, it was said Shayna was being beaten for a very long time. These kids were being abused for a very long time. The last times child services were there were in December of 93. You know, by March she was dead. So this wasn't only going on for 4 months. You know, it didn't just start up then. So how did they not see this? How did they not see anything? I just don't understand. But yeah, that was the devastating Shayna Bryant story. Oh, just utterly heartbreaking. But thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like I say, I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. These stories do go on my pre-recorded videos at the weekend, or I am over on TikTok. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. How are we all? How are we getting on? Just so sad. Such a sad story. Who have we got in? I saw Jessica. Oh, hi, Phil. How are you? How are you? I didn't see you come in. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, I did see that, Jessica. So much just jumping over Ramsey. I did see that. She was, Tiffany, she was just utterly. I saw out the corner of my eye, you'd gone off. Where did you go? I saw that you weren't there for a bit, and it was like, where are you? Where did you go? I saw them all getting concerned. But just be glad when I don't need to do these stories again. Phil, what's the difference between a negative? Do you know, I nearly said that out loud, Warwick. Nearly just that close, nearly said it out loud. You're terrible, you are. You really are. Oh, okay. Why are you calling it tea? It's not tea. It's dinner. Why are you saying tea? Well, no, it's dinner. Tea. A CPS will say lessons will be learned before another kid's get. I know, Jessica, I know. Over and over again. I think it's another story that I've done happened in New York a year later. I can't think off the top of my head because there's so many. But I'm pretty sure it was a year later or two, and then you had Lisa Steinberg. Just so many. Dinner is at 12 p.m. No, it's not. That's lunch. That's called lunch. That's what that is. You have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's what you have. 12 p.m. is not dinner. It's lunch. That's lunchtime. That's why it's called lunchtime. And about 5 o'clock is dinner time. Not in this house. Well, why in this house? Why? You're the mom. Say no. It's dinner in this house. Come with your tea, with your posh talk, children. Didn't even make sense, did it? It did not even make sense. I don't even know if kids create tea time. No, dinner time. Oh, is that what happened, Phil? I wasn't sure because you didn't say. I did say to them, I said, I don't think he's out with his brother, but I'm not sure what he's doing. I'm with Tiff on the... Warwick, really? You say tea too? Oh my God. I'm disappointed. I thought you'd be with me. Thanks, hubby. It's lunch. It is called lunch. It's called school lunch. It's your lunch time. It's called lunch time. You don't say dinner time at 12 o'clock. You say lunch time. Well, when's your lunch time then? Happened a year later. Sorry. Yes, it did. Jessica. And Nisbury, yes. And there was Miles Dobson as well. Dinner. Thanks, Phil. Thank you. Yes, it is. It's dinner. You call lunch. Yeah, but when's lunch? Do you not use lunch at all then? You don't say lunch full stop. That's ridiculous. Just eating rice. Don't ever know that one, Jessica. The surname rings a bell, but I don't know if that's because that's quite a common surname. I'll have to look at that one. Maybe I don't. There's just so many. It's really sad. Midday lunch. Thank you, Phil. Yes, Phil. Let's go. Jessica, you're American. What do you call 12 o'clock? Is that lunchtime or is it dinner time? What do you call that? Breakfast, dinner? It's oh, stop it, you two. No, it's not. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you know, I tell you what, do you know what, Tiffany, you're Irish. I don't know why you're doing it. We don't say that. Stop it now. Burger time. Mackey's. Sorry, Jessica. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at that one, Jessica. Now tell me what you call lunchtime. 12 o'clock, we do breakfast, dinner and supper. Even supper, Kelly. I can do supper. I'll go with that. 12 o'clock is lunchtime. Yes, it is, Jessica. Right, Warwick and Tiffany, you're outnumbered now. Ha, ha. I've been broken. Skeg has me now. No, it can't break you. I'm taking you back. You're not allowed. I didn't think I'd get so excited. My arm's really hurting now as well as I'm throwing it round. But it is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And as Kelly said, you can have supper. Suppers, and if you have an early dinner, you can have a supper. That's I'm up with that. I'm fine with that. But tea, it's not a thing unless it's liquid. It's not a thing. I get very upset about it. I get very emotional, as you can see. You're clearly away with the fairies. The skeggy fairies. So I'm not that invested, to be fair. No, yeah, no. You're not invested because you don't realise you're saying it wrong. Me and you against the world, tea. I believe it is. It's you two with your tea. Do you know? I don't know, is that... It's not a Brummy thing. I'm sure tea's a Brummy thing, isn't it? I'm sure it is. I don't even think it's a Skeggy thing. I'm sure it's a Brummy thing. The tea. But whatever it is, I'm not having it. Stop making excuses, tea. Yeah, she's invested really, Phil. She is. What are you having for tea, sis? Stop it. I don't drink tea, Tiffany, as you well know. I don't drink tea or coffee or any hot drinks. Don't like them. So I'm not having any tea. Thank you. But I will be having dinner in a bit. Thanks. Don't know what I'm having, though. I don't know what I'm having. I'll have it in a bit. I don't know. I'll wait until this time, and then I'm really not that hungry by the time it comes to it. I should weigh about 3.5 stone, like Tiffany. New York and Oklahoma. I started reading as I said that. Hold on. New York and Oklahoma seem to have the most cases. It's about every year, but it seems prevalent with these two, I've noticed. Yes, and there is Arkansas. I don't know if that's in a state or it's a state itself, but I've heard that one's quite bad as well. She's having a cup of tea. So I was wondering if she'd have heard me say it. You 3.5 stone girl, you. Where am I? It keeps going off. It drives me crazy. Yes, Arkansas. That's it then. That's quite a bad one as well. I've seen quite a few from there. There's one the other day. I was either going to do that one or this one, but I will do that one next. Well, I've got Warwick's story to do on Tuesday, so I'll probably do that one next Thursday. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But, oh, it's horrific. Arkansas. I pronounce it right as well. Check me out. Because it's spelled Arkansas. And I said it right as well. I'm very good on my American states, actually. I'm doing very well on them. Kind of. California is probably these guys as well. Yes. Yeah, it's across the board. I've seen quite a few in Florida. It really is. It's awful. It's like Texas. It's the big uns, isn't it? I think it's the big uns. Although I suppose some of the small. It's right. England's this big compared to America. It's diddy. I think England is the size of one of your bigger states, and it's horrific. It's so bad. But yeah, so I've got Warwick's request to do on Tuesday that he's given me. That's going to take me 24 hours a day until Tuesday to get done. He loves to choose the unusual ones, does Warwick. Did he? What about him? What about him? And his baby oiled self. What about him? What, doing the story? I wouldn't do that story. I wouldn't even, well, it's not a story, is it really? Unless you count Justin Bieber, which is very sad. Oh, that would be a story. No, I know, but it's not really yet, is it? It's so not. You don't know anything. We actually don't know anything for a fact at all, other than he's got a load of baby oil, and we believe Justin Bieber was dabbled. We just don't know. A celebrity has been abusing several others in parties, and a bunch of people were involved. Oh, I know who it is. Sorry, Jessica. I know who it is. I was just saying I don't think I'd do the story just yet. Jessica, I promise I'll give you much better love and service next week. Oh, Phil, that's very nice. That's very nice. I don't know about the service, but the love's nice. Oh, it's all love. See what happens. See, this is why we have to invite more people. That's what we have to do. The Jess Rose crew. I saw a porno called Justin Bieber. Warwick! And Tiffany, stop it. Do you know, I should know when I see who writes it. Not to say it out loud, Jessica, please inform us. Leave her alone. She just didn't realise. Just leave her alone. Yous are terrible. Stop it. It must have been the way I answered. It must have been the way I answered, sounding like I didn't know who he was. You'd have to be under a rock, no? Right, have anyone got any exciting plans for the weekend? Anything mega? Did I see Kelly in here? I could have swore I saw Kelly earlier. Have I spoken to Kelly? Oh, are you trying to explain who Diddy was, Jessica? Genuinely, I've no. Apparently, I live under my house. Anyway, what are we doing the weekend, guys? We got any good plans? Because I haven't. I've got nothing planned. But I'm hoping it's dry enough that I can have a game of pool and play my music. I've got some great country songs to listen to. I like Jason Aldean, and I've realised I like what's it called? Finding out who it is. Stop it. Jack something band. I can't think off the top of my head now. It's a country group and it's called Jack something band. Fabulous. I found quite a few country songs, and I like Carrie Underwood as well. So I've got like a whole playlist of country songs now. It's fab. That's what I'm very excited to do tomorrow. I have my country songs playing. Jessica, let's go. Let's go. Well done. That's who it is. That's who it is. Patsy Cline. My mum loves Patsy Cline. Warwick. Mum's a huge Patsy Cline fan. And I know all the songs because my mum, I heard them all my life. So yes, all of them except Crazy. I can't deal with Crazy. I can't. I've heard it so much in so many different keys. I can't. But yes. Zach Brown band. Let's go, Jessica. Couldn't think of it then, but yes, I'm a big fan. I like chicken something and whatever it is, or wherever it is. Them two songs. It's cool. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for my Friday night. Just gotta do the school runs and do all of that stuff tomorrow, and then we're there. I grew up on carrying up Miranda Lambert, Blake Shelton. Love Jason Aldean, like Blake Shelton. Miranda Lambert, yes. She's a bit older, isn't she? And Carrie Underwood, love her. Thought Shazza was in Sabbath. No. Why did you think that? Because the McKnuckles. No, she's Motown. She's a Motown chick. He's Shazza. She's Motown, Irish music, Sabbath, um, uh, Jackson's 80s. Yeah, not a massive fan of the up-to-date music, really. Loves country. Yeah, she loves all of that kind of stuff. She does. Biker bird. She's not a biker bird. Dad had a bike, but Mum, don't even think my mum ever went on it. I'll be honest. I don't think she ever even went on it. Where it reminds me of my stepdad due to his wild humour. I know. Could you imagine Mum on the back of his bike? I don't think if she did, I can't remember. I think she did when she was younger, but I don't think she did in one of his last bike. I don't think she did then. I did. I don't know if you did, Tiff. Did you ever go on Dad's bike? I did. Only a couple of times though. I didn't go on it much. I like a car. I do. Did you? Yeah, I like a car. I like the comfort of a car. What's your favourite Rebel song? I don't know if I can say it. Because it includes one of our distant prime ministers. I still don't know if you're allowed to say them or sing them. But yes, we used to have fun. And she always got the brunt of it. Did the Iron Lady. Pops May and me get on it. Okay. No, I think mine was Blossomville. Blossomville, I think I got on. But yeah, the Iron Lady, yes, she gets the brunt of a lot of it. And I can't think now. What's the name of the young fella? I love Christian music there, and I have a couple of. Oh, okay. Do you like Pentatonics, Jessica? I know that. I suppose they are Christian. I suppose it would be Christian. I like Pentatonics. They're quite good. But other than them, I don't know any others. But yeah, I think they're my favourite ones, though, Warwick, and I don't think I can say them out loud. I didn't know you were into Nelly Furtado, Warwick. Why Nelly Furtado? I like Nelly Furtado. I think she was quite good. I only knew her pop songs, though. I never heard like an album or anything, so I only know the songs that were like popular. They're the only ones I know of hers. Not massive. No, I don't know a lot about her. Do you sing gospel, Jessica? I'm like a bird. Tiffany loved that. Tiffany would sing that. She'd get very much. Was it Courtney? One of yours did, didn't you? And I hated it. I hated that one. Hated that song. I love the guy that's Stephen Curtis Chapman. Wow, Jessica, I can honestly say I don't know any of them. Do you know Pentatonics, though? Tell me you know them. Because they're the only ones I know. And I love them. I love that song. You did love that song. I knew it was you. You sad-eye. I like Promiscuous, or however you pronounce it. I like that one. I like that one of hers, but I don't. No, I can't even listen to it now. It's like, it's just mine. I'm in that one. But yes, like I don't sing often, but I love their music. I sing like an angel, as Tiffany will tell you. At any karaoke, I get the party started. Manny said, yes, I like that one too. Used to know a few Portuguese birds. Is she Portuguese then, Nelly Furtado? Is that where she's stunning? I just didn't know where she was from. Portuguese. I'd like to be Portuguese. It's all exotic, isn't it? Yeah, I like that one too, Phil. I like that one. And yes, I like Promiscuous. I like that one. It's catchy. I like the beat behind it, and I like Timbaland in it as well. Right, guys, I'm going to let you go. And the only reason is I'm shocked my phone's lasted this long. Because I think, even though I've not long had this phone, you mean the band that sang Mary, Did You Know? Yes, because yes, that's them, Jessica. That's them. If you have a look on YouTube, they've got Mary, Did You Know? They do Hallelujah. They've got Amazing Grace. They've got quite a few, and they're very, very good. They're really, I really like them. What I was going to say now? Yes, I need a new. Why have you said that? What did I say? What did I say to make you say that? What did I say? Why did you say that? I don't know where that's come from. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Yeah, as I was saying, I think I need a new phone again because the battery's it's going down very quick. It was on 100% at 4 o'clock, and then it's just gradually gone down very quickly. So I think it's on its way out again. Unfortunately, I should have done it. No, I don't, Jessica. I don't know them either, but I will have a look though. I'll have a look at those. Like, comment, subscribe. Jessica, I don't know why he said it. I don't know why she came into play. I don't know about Portuguese singers. Oh, Warwick. Is that why you said it? Right, jingle time, guys. Jingle time. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to Phil and Warwick and Jessica and Tiffany. I don't know if Hayley came in. Jilly, I think I saw Kelly. I think that was it, wasn't it? I think I've got everyone. If Natalie came in, I'm not too sure. But thank you all so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And if you could go up and put a like, comment and subscribe, guys. Look, comment and subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. I've got to stop using that concealer. Looks like I've got my... Look, comment and subscribe, guys. Please. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Elbow says bye. See what... Only one. Did I only give one? Oh, who gave one kiss? Oh, you better give him a couple more, Tiffany. Because you gave the chat 3. There you are. Right, and I'll see you all Tuesday. Take care, everyone. Bye. I don't know if am I doing it right? There it is. Bye. Like, comment, subscribe.